Welcome to Lesson 3, which is all about checkmating, the ultimate objective of chess. You learned a little about checkmate when you learned what check means. Checkmating is very similar to check. In fact, it is putting the king in check, but additionally, the king cannot do one of those three things to get out of check, so the king can't block check, can't take the piece, putting the king in check, and can't move out of check. And the king may not be able to move out of check because of the piece putting the king in check or from another of the opponent's pieces. So when you look at this position, can you find checkmate? There are actually two ways. If you want, pause the video and try to figure them out. So here's one way to checkmate black. See how she's putting the black king in check? And now let's go through each of those different ways that a king could theoretically get out of check. The black king can't take the white queen because she's protected by the white king. Remember, kings move one square at a time, so this king is protecting this square on which the queen is on. The black king can't move to either side because the queen is still attacking those squares. And same with e7 or c7, both the white king and the white queen are attacking those squares. So there's nowhere the king can go, can't capture the piece checking him, can't move out of check, and can't block check because they're right next to each other, and there are no other pieces. So this king is in checkmate. Did you find the other checkmate? It's here. The king can't move anywhere along the 8 rank because the queen is attacking all those squares, and the king can't come to any of these 3 squares because the white king is attacking those. Let's do another one. All right, what do you think checkmate is here? This one's actually a pretty complicated checkmate, so if you haven't been able to find it, don't worry. If this pawn takes the pawn on h7, it's actually a discovered mate because now this rook is putting the king in check. Black doesn't have any pieces that can block this check. Black can't take the rook, and black can't move out of check. Let's look at all the squares that he could theoretically move to and show why he can't move there. He can't move here because of this pawn. Remember, pawns take diagonally. He can't move here because of this knight. He can't move here because of 2 pieces, the bishop and the rook. He can't take this pawn because of this bishop, and he can't move here because of this queen. So this is checkmate. This position here is called a mate in 1, white to move. That means white only needs to make one move and it's checkmate, which in this case is g takes h7. However, there are also mate in 2s. If you're a beginner, mate in 2s might be a bit too complicated for you right now. But I want to show you what they look like just so you have an idea of where you're going to get if you keep practicing and studying chess. This is a mate in 2, meaning white moves, black is forced to move somewhere, or no matter where black moves, the next move on white's part will be checkmate. If you're up for a challenge, feel free to pause the video and try to find it. The first move is here, knight e6 check. There's only one square where the king can move. He can't move here because of the white king, or here because of the white king, and can't move here because of the white queen. So the king has to move here. Now do you see checkmate? Queen takes g7. The king can't take the queen because this knight is protecting her. And the king can't move anywhere around the queen because she's attacking those squares. And the king can't move back because of the white king. Pretty cool, huh? You could start being able to solve these puzzles in a matter of weeks. But for now, we'll focus on mate in 1s. And maybe one day, you'll be able to do mate in 3, mate in 4, mate in 5. I've even seen some really beautiful mate in 7s. All right, so now that you understand checkmate, try to find the checkmates in the following quiz. They're all mate in 1.